This Niagara Greenbelt multimedia tour has been brought to you by Brock University, Tourism Niagara, and the Ontario Greenbelt Foundation. You're about to visit the Beamsville Bench, a unique wine-producing region nestled within the Niagara Escarpment. The escarpment has such unique natural features and landscapes that it's recognized internationally as a UNESCO World Biosphere Reserve. It's also one of the best areas for grape growing in the Niagara region and is protected as part of the Ontario Greenbelt. This tour offers many winery stops along scenic routes. It also gives you a chance to take in the town of Beamsville, a growing community with Loyalist origins dating back to the late 1700s. The Beamsville Bench is part of the Niagara Escarpment. In simplest terms, an escarpment consists of a ridge in the landscape. This ridge has gently upward-sloping terrain on one side and a sharp vertical cliff face on the other. But escarpments can have a dramatic effect on the climate, the soil, the plants, and the animals that occur there, and the Niagara Escarpment is no exception. This area's proximity to Lake Ontario and the terrain's general downward slope towards the lake keeps the climate cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter than the surrounding regions. During the summer months, Lake Ontario is cooler than the land surrounding it. The lake cools the air, and the heavier cool air is trapped at the base of the escarpment. During the summer, the lake also stores up heat energy. This energy is released through the winter season, warming the nearby land. These more stable temperatures are ideal for growing tender fruit, as well as several varieties of wine grapes, all of which you will see as you travel through the area. As you'd expect, the flavor of a wine is strongly influenced by the grape variety used in its production. However, centuries of winemaking experience around the world has taught us that the character of a wine is also affected by the location where the grapes are grown. Together, the combination of location, soil, topography, and climate have an important effect on the character of a wine, and in many cases, on its quality. For vintners, the geographical region where wine grapes originate is called the appellation. Ontario has 4 appellations corresponding to the 4 wine grape growing regions of the province: the Niagara Peninsula, the Lake Erie North Shore, Pelee Island, and Prince Edward County. Each appellation is further divided into sub-appellations based on soil, climate, and topography. After decades of winemaking experience and extensive research, 10 sub-appellations have been established in Niagara. You're visiting one of them, called the Beamsville Bench. The Beamsville Bench is a small area. The narrow sloping plateau between King Street, or Regional Road 81, and the steep face of the Niagara Escarpment. It's only about 6 kilometers long, but it benefits from the air circulation, frost protection, slopes, and elevation provided by the escarpment topography. Temperature swings are minimal, and growing conditions are consistent. Soils are generally deep and well drained, and numerous streams provide seasonal water supply. Although a relatively small appellation, the Beamsville Bench exhibits a unique set of conditions that provide a natural complexity to the wines originating there. The combination of location, soil, topography, and climate is referred to as its terroir. Terroir is an important indicator of the quality and character of a wine. The Beamsville Bench is home to a growing number of successful estate wineries. This type of small-scale wine production goes back 150 years in Niagara. Back then, local farmers were starting to make wine with their own harvests. As far back as 1860, one grape grower, John Kilbourne, was selling his premium wines for 38 cents a litre. This pioneer's efforts predate the wines produced by all of Niagara's oldest commercial wineries. For close to a decade now, several new wineries have been starting up in Niagara each year. The conditions for new wineries to enter the market have been quite good, motivating grape growers to open their own wineries and inspiring entrepreneurs with a passion for winemaking to do the same. The Niagara wine industry has also attracted wine holding companies such as Niagara Cellars. This company holds a number of Niagara wineries, including East Dell and Dan Aykroyd Wines. The industry has also generated interest from other celebrities such as Canadian golfer Mike Weir and hockey legend Wayne Gretzky. Both released their respective wine brands in 2007. This brings your tour of the Beamsville Bench to an end. We hope you've enjoyed touring this unique biosphere and that your winery stops have been rich in both flavor and in memories. We invite you to come back to sample more wines true to the climate and soil of this distinctive wine-producing region.